Question: why may the women not wear men's clothing? Is the prohibition of Moses enough, saying that the woman shall not wear men's clothing, as it's a disgusting sight in the eyes of the Lord thy God to do such a thing? Deuteronomy 22:5-6. Should we not consider such a ban outdated? Answer: such a prohibition has the moral significance, and therefore it can never lose its power. It does not come from Moses, but from God himself, which gave through Moses his chosen people, his divine laws. Only the God of the Old Testament law has lost its meaning in Christianity, that is concerned purely with the ceremonial side, and that was canceled at the Apostolic Council in Jerusalem in 51. But all the moral law of the Old Testament continues to maintain its strength and significance in Christianity. Assumptions in the lack of seriousness in the image of men and women is forbidden in the New Testament. So Saint the Apostle Paul, in his first letter to the Corinthians, indicates the impropriety for a modest and chaste Christian woman to pray with her head uncovered, and to cut their hair. 11:4-15. Each side is peculiar to his own. Each side has its external differences, appearance, and its clothes. In Christianity, it emphasized that the best adornment of a woman is her femininity, purity, and chastity. St. Paul explicitly says that women have to walk in modest apparel with modesty and sobriety, and communication. 1 Timothy 2:9-10. The Apostle Peter, referring to women, says, "Whose adorning let it, the hidden person of the heart with the imperishable beauty of a gentle and quiet spirit, which is precious in the sight of God." 1 Peter 3:3-4. Would all these instructions curb the desire of many modern women to take the appearance of a man, thus distorting the natural features of its sex and imitating man in manners and behavior, as is usually done by modern women who love to dress in men's clothes? On top of all these considerations, we have in the New Testament direct and categorical ban on women to wear men's clothes. 62nd rule of the Sixth Ecumenical Council says, "We determine no man is to wear women's clothes, or the women in clothing typical of a man. Those who now, knowing this, dare do any of the forementioned, if they are clerics, the commandment is for their deposition from the sacred ranks, and if laity, to be excommunicated from the communion of the church." You would have to be absolutely devoid of the natural moral sense not to understand and feel how disgusting, morally repulsive a spectacle represents a woman masculine, cropped in a man's suit, with the smoke of cigarettes and brutality and swagger of his style. They tend to imitate the modern secular man. Could it not be clear to someone what is really ugly not only in the eyes of God, but also in the sight of men? This phenomenon has a morbid product of our moral and unhealthy century, the result of violation of a healthy moral sense and rejection of all natural laws that God himself inherent in human nature.